Colts fans, what up, yo? Skinny Boy Colts here with another video on the Indianapolis Colts. Yo, man, the trade deadline is over. It's an hour and 15 minutes past it. It was over at 4 o'clock. As you know what I'm saying? The Colts don't make any big splashes. Try to trade for anybody to try to improve the defense, anything. It's not Chris Ballard's MO to try to go into free agency and try to make any moves like that anyway. Every year we expect and hope that he would, but every year he disappoints and lets us down. So, with that being said, though, you know what I'm saying? We didn't. I read somewhere today that the Colts got a couple calls for running back Zach Moss. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. And sorry about that. I was just reading a quote by Stephen Holder. Stephen Holder. It says, "Serious question. Why are you guys expecting a big move from a team whose starting QB is out for the season and just lost three straight? I'm not sure I follow that logic. It's not necessarily, I guess, about what I'm saying. The rest of the season is it's getting ready for next season because what I'm saying. Yeah, we know our QB is out for the rest of the season, and we know that this season is over. You know what I'm saying? There's no way we're going to make it to the playoffs. This division does suck, and for us to 7 years be at the bottom of it. Well, not necessarily 7 years at the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? We had a good season with Phillip Rivers. We did finish that season 11-5. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's more or less to me about trying to set the team up for success for next year and what I'm saying, the years to come. That's why I'd be hoping that he would, what I'm saying, eventually make that big splash or trade. Maybe if the team had started off a little bit better, Anthony Richardson didn't get injured. Maybe this would have been the year that Chris Ballard surprised us and went into, what I'm saying, free agency and probably tried to make a trade this year before the deadline. But seeing that he did get injured, and what I'm saying, half of the defense is injured, including Grover Stewart, who's out for the the next couple of weeks. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I believe I said this last year too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on and what that man be thinking about and why he doesn't try to make trades to make the team a little bit better. I know he likes to go young. I said that last season too. You know what I'm saying? When he was making his big speeches about his draft picks and trying to get a young team and building together the chemistry and stuff like that. I also read somewhere else too where Kansas City didn't start winning until they fired Chris Ballard as well. So, you know, I don't know. But, you know what I'm saying? The trade deadline, it is over today. It was over by 4 o'clock. And the Colts did not make any moves in that trade deadline. I'm not going to keep talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's done. It's over. And let's move on. The Colts lost Sunday. They lost their second straight home game in a row. We lost three in a row. We lost our second straight at home. We got the Carolina Panthers. And you know what I'm saying? This is Panther week. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll be up in Carolina taking on our old coach and another rookie quarterback in Bryce Young. Man, you know what I'm saying? I was listening to Gus Bradley's press conference in the back, and he was talking about the reason why Tony Brown you know what I'm saying, started Sunday against the Saints. And he said that basically he was just saying that Tony Brown had a better performance and practice. And that is the reason why he got the start Sunday over DJ Baker in the game over the Saints. And that's why they stayed with him, just to see if they can develop him. And I guess that's why they didn't make any changes. But if I'm not mistaken, I do believe it was DJ Baker that got the two penalties last week in week 7 against the Browns that cost us, you know what I'm saying, the illegal contact and then the pass interference that would, ultimately cost us the game. Even though that pass interference was, even Stevie Wonder could see that that was an uncatchable ball, but still, you know what I'm saying, they called it a pass interference. But if I'm not mistaken, it was DJ Baker, and then here you got Tony Brown this week. You know what I'm saying? So I also saw a post today of Dallas Flowers. You know what I'm saying? Rehabbing from his torn ACL. In the comments was like, man, he up and walking, so we need just Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Nah, let the man heal. You know what I'm saying? To get better, so he can be ready for next season. It's November football, man. And it is coming, it's coming, it's coming. And I looked outside today earlier and it was snowing. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween out there to all. Have safe, trick or treating if you're going out there and doing all that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, the Colts, I read the quote where it said Mike Chappell was talking about the Indianapolis Colts and how and I've been saying this too, man. You know what I'm saying? If the Colts is a team that can give up 20 points in the game, then you got to understand that if we're losing those games, we're also our defense is giving up 20 plus points as well. And a lot of that Gus Bradley even said in his press conference today with the development of his young team, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that falls on him. So again, a lot of it falls on him. And there was a lot of miscommunications, listening to that press conference today in the game Sunday too, as well. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I'm not really a defensive type guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of an offensive type guy. That's why I got away from a guy to get better so we can really, you know what I'm saying, banter about the defense. But listening to Gus Bradley and, you know what I'm saying, talking about the defense and stuff like that, and defense he's preparing to go and take to Carolina, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the Frankfurt games after that. We got the Patriots in Frankfurt the week after that. But first we have Frank Wright, Bryce Young, and the Carolina Panthers up in North Carolina. Yo, you know what I'm saying, for week 9 football. And he said that, Gus Bradley, that, ultimately working with Frank Wright last season and stuff like that, he kind of, you know what I'm saying, knows the offense that is being ran up there because it's similar to the offense that's been ran here. And, how is he going to attack that? And would we be ready as a defense to attack that Frank Reich offense? And basically, he was saying, yeah, that, you know what I'm saying, he will be ready, I guess, you know what I'm saying? And the question came out is how does the defense look before and after Grover Stewart? And I ain't gonna lie, I sat there and I watched the press conference and Gus Bradley danced around the question, you know what I'm saying? Grove is I hate to say that one man, there's some oh man, there's a song out there that says one monkey don't stop no show. Well, this monkey stopped the show, man. That's why I'm joking, because I know I'm wrong. But look, man, it's for real. One monkey don't stop no show. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Grove is a big part of that pass rush, you know what I'm saying? And he was missed Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. Against the Saints, you know what I'm saying? And they got those big plays downfield, you know what I'm saying? Derek Carr was able to sit back there and pick our defense apart. Yes, they picked on Tony Brown. You know what I'm saying, all night, even though Gus Bradley danced around that question as well. He tried to stick up for his young cornerback, and that's good. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do as a coach. You want to stick up for your players. You don't want to throw them under the bus or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And he did his best with trying to stick up for him. He did dance around both questions about how the defense looked with pass rusher Grover Stewart being out and going to be out for the next couple of weeks. And he danced around the question of, you know what I'm saying, the Tony Brown, did he meet the expectations? No, you know what I'm saying? Just to be quite honest, no. But Gus Bradley, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, as a defensive coordinator, he didn't throw his player under the bus. He stuck by him and he tried to, you know what I'm saying, as much as he could stick up for him. Again, man, it is Sunday. It's November football. The Colts lose. You know what I'm saying? We lost the game to the Saints, to the Saints, 38-27, man. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, I'm gonna go over some stats from Sunday's game for the offense. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Jonathan Taylor had 13 carries in the entire game, he had 11 carries for 82 yards, and then one carry in the entire second half. We did abandon the run, and with Jonathan Taylor being back, Zach Moss, you know what I'm saying, getting less snaps. When I feel like Zach Moss is going to need those snaps, you know what I'm saying, and especially with him being a free agent coming up in the spring. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why Coach Steichen. And in his press conference, he also acknowledged the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he know that Taylor did not have as many snaps as we would like as fans. We would have liked to have seen him have had in the game against the Saints. Like we said, we've seen him in the first half get those first, you know what I'm saying, 11 carries, 82 yards, and then he got the one carry in the entire second half, and it was just like criminal. It was like criminal. All right, man. Let's see what we got here. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Um, Sunday's game against the Saints, Jonathan Taylor had 12 attempts, 11 in the first half for 82 yards, you know what I'm saying? But 12 attempts altogether, 95 yards. He averaged 7 yards a carry. His longest run was 42 yards that game. Zach Moss, you know what I'm saying, got 11 attempts, 66 yards, 6 yards carry. His longest was 41 yards too also. Real quick on a side note, you know what I'm saying, I saw that big run that Jonathan Taylor had for 42 yards, and it kind of almost took me back to the run where last season where he had like that when New England stacked 11 in the box and he broke free. And I don't know if it was me or not, but it looked like Taylor kind of lost a step. That should have been a house call. But then when I looked at the tape against the Jags, and he had a run like that. You know what I'm saying? He got pushed out of bounds by Rayshon Jenkins, caught up with him, and then pushed him out of bounds. But then when you go back and you look at the tape against the Raiders, and he had that run with, but that was more of his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back past, you know what I'm saying, years. But, you know what I'm saying, looking at those old tapes and looking at that particular run right there, to me, in my opinion, normally when you see him break out like that in the outfield, that's a house call. That's basically what I was just getting at, you know what I'm saying, to be ran on. So, yeah, like I said, you know what I'm saying, that was his game plan for Sunday. Also, Zach Moss had the long 41-yard and a touchdown in Sunday's game. Josh Downs, man, 7 receptions for 72 yards. His longest was 17 yards. He still didn't get a TD, but he is on trajectory for 80-some catches, 1,000 yards for the season. You know, I am going to say it's a step up from Paris Campbell, having Josh Downs on the field. Alec Pierce with 3 receptions, 41 yards. His longest was 19 yards. Michael Pittman Jr. had 8 receptions for 40 yards. His longest was 10 yards. He had the touchdown. Andrew Ogletree. I'm big on Andrew Ogletree, the tight end, man. I am huge on him, and I can't wait for him and Anthony Richardson to start hooking up next season because, as you know, Shane Steichen is an offensive coordinator from the Philadelphia Eagles who loved his tight ends, and it was showing here and it still shows, that he loves his tight ends. And this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful connection between Andrew Ogletree and Anthony Richardson once Anthony Richardson, AR5, gets back healthy and gets back into the game. Let's hope he can stay healthy, the entire season. We hope that he can stay healthy and finish the game this season. And he did, but he got injured the next week and blah, 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 blah. You know the story and the rest. So, he had the one catch, 33 yards, and it was 33 yards, and it was a touchdown in the back of the end zone. It's crazy how Gardner Minshew was able to find him and connect with him for 33 yards in the back of the end zone. I read a quote where it said that Gardner Minshew is 0-7 when he throws for over 300 yards. I've also been reading chatter, man, where a lot of people on Colts Nations and other posts are talking about how Gardner Minshew is the savior for the Indianapolis Colts. And I'm just like, dude, he is an amazing backup, but he is not Anthony Richardson. And for all you people out there that is nut huggers on Will Levis, man, come on, bro. The dude had one good game. And now it's like, oh, my God, Will Levis. We should have traded for Will Levis. Take your ass to Tennessee, bro. Straight up. You want a nut hug on that, bro? Take your ass to Tennessee. And go be a Will Levis fans. You know what I'm saying? Go do that, and we'll stay right here with our quarterback that we drafted, number 4 overall, Anthony Richardson from Florida. How about that? So those were some of the stats and highlights from Sunday's game. Like I said, Shane Steichen, he acknowledged the fact that Taylor didn't have as many carries in the second half. Why? We don't know. He didn't, that's just how he designed it, and he drew it up. November football is coming up, which means that Skinny Boy Colts, man, is going to be on a new adventure over on the Facebook page. We're going to start something called Wednesday Night Football, man. And the more people that we get to join in, we're going to have Wednesday night grab bags when we get to 100, get to 500, 1,000, something like that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do that. And also, I'm going to have a big giveaway here, right here on the Skinny Boy Colts YouTube page, man. It's in the mail. It's on its way. And once it gets here, I'm telling you, bro, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. Yo, I can't wait for November football. Again, the Colts didn't make any moves in the trade deadline today. So with that being said, it's Chris Ballard's 7th year in the trade deadline. I'm not making up any excuses as to why he didn't make any moves in the trade deadline. Like I said earlier in the, this show here, maybe at the beginning of the year when he thought that Anthony Richardson was going to be, healthy and start these 8 games and see how it played out, try to compliment, him like that in the trade. But as you see, we take a step back, the quarterback got injured and he's out for the rest of the season. So maybe that's why he didn't jump. I'm not making up any excuses. I thought that this would have been the year that he probably would have went into the trade and made a splash for a couple of defensive players and offensive players in the trade deadline. But like I said, that could have been one of the reasons why this season Chris Ballard didn't make any moves. The trade deadline is over. It was over today at 4:00. Yo, that's my time. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back right here. Like I said, I got some things that I'm going to be giving away. And I have some huge gifts that I'm going to be giving away. You know what I'm saying? Prizes and stuff like that. But we got to get to 1,000, man. So hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to send anything to the channel, man, SKINNIBOI1 Venmo, not Cash App. You can do that too. Check me out over there on X, Twitter, Skinny Boy Colts. You can check me out on Facebook, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Skinny Boy Colts. Yo, peace and go Colts.